Hello, lovelies. This is your girl, or Selena Didi. Happy New Year! I hope you had a wonderful time. I just want to thank you for tuning in, for having subscribed if you have from my previous washday video that I will link in the iCard. I am so grateful for you to be here, for you to view my video. It is a pleasure. I want us to start the year on the right foot when it comes to hair growth. We are going to address the huge elephant in the room. I just said it, but it is one of the biggest elephants you could find. It is occupying so many of our spaces. We are going to address it today. Today, not today. Today be the day. Today is the day of the days. We are going to debunk the myth, if there are any. We are going to unveil the truths of hair growth. Very simple tips, but some of us tend not to implement them. Some of us tend to close our ears. We tend to shun the truth and the reality of things. So today, I just want us to chill. I just want us to talk about it, to have a conversation about it so that we start the year on the right foot. 2021 has to be one of those years that when we look back to it, we actually see that our hair has grown. You understand? We don't want to be stagnant. Yeah? Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's jump right into the tips. I learned that hair growth is, well, not hair growth per se, but how do we achieve hair growth? To achieve hair growth, the growth of our hair should surpass the rate of breakage. So basically, if you are able to retain the length that you grow over a period of a month, of 2 months, several months, then definitely your hair will show growth over time, right? Because our hair is constantly growing unless you have an underlying issue, a medical condition. Your hair should be growing. If you don't believe me, you could perhaps shave the sides of your head somewhere and monitor that area. You'll see that your hair is growing. So the problem is not whether or not we are growing hair. Nah, the problem is how we maintain the length of hair that we grow out of our scalp. That is what we are going to address right now. Okay, the first tip I have for you is to have a robust wash day routine. Robust. Why robust? A robust wash day routine would be would be a well a well structured a well structured series of steps that you take to wash your hair after a certain period of time. But it has to be structured. You know what you do at step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, so on and so forth until you get to the end of your wash day. Why a routine? Because our hair has a mind of its own. It is very particular. You have to handle it in a certain way. It is coily, it is kinky, as they say, and there are ways to go about that. Just imagine, how our jewelry sometimes gets like meshed into each other. How Okay, let's skip this. This is not important. Our hair is very particular. It has a very unique behavior. So our manipulation also needs to be particular. It needs to be done in a controlled fashion, in my opinion, to be honest. Because if you don't master the art of handling your hair, you will have a problem. So a robust wash day routine would be a series of steps that are taken in order to achieve an aim. I posted my wash day a week ago. I will link in the iCard if you are new here. There are several hundreds, I'm sure thousands by now, thousands of people showcasing their wash day routines. You could have a look at them, inspire yourself from them, see what other people are doing, especially people that have achieved the length that you want to attain, and just try to emulate that. Copy it if you want to, adjust it to meet your own needs, or adjust it to fit into your schedule. But please work on your wash day routine. It is, for me, the most important step, because actually all I do to my hair is to wash it. I swear, I don't do anything crazy. I mean, the most I would say, the most important the most important the most important the most important step that I take when it comes to hair care is my wash day routine. Because on my wash day routine, I really make sure to infuse everything that I can. And this ties into the first tip, which is to make sure to infuse the right ingredients into your hair. Is your hair weak? If your hair is weak, what are the ingredients that can strengthen your hair shaft? What are the ingredients that promote thickness, for example? If you feel that your hair maybe is too limp, it has become limp over time due to manipulation, is there a way to sort of not necessarily thicken it, but at least add volume to it, is there a way to repair hair? I mean, we are not discussing the steps into detail, but I'm just giving you an overview of what I think is important when it comes to the wash day routine. You want to replenish moisture, you want to infuse the right ingredients, and you want to lock in the moisture properly when it comes to your wash day routine. We will go in depth with this as we go along in the year, but for now, I'm just telling you that your wash day routine is it is the most important step, period. Number two, once you know how to wash your hair properly, once you have adopted a certain routine that seems to give you the result that you are looking for, your hair is plush, moisture, it is bouncy, it is behaving, then okay. How about trimming your ends? Let's trim our ends, because if you want to start the year right, you need to make sure that your ends are healthy, because our ends have been through it all, and some of them are no longer worth keeping on our head. They will just make us lag behind, they will drag us behind, because they will continue to break and break and break and break, and we will just be losing hair for no reason. So we need to trim our ends to make sure that we are starting the year on the right foot. Please, let's trim our ends. If you can't do it yourself, if you can't find somebody to inspire you on YouTube, if you can't do it yourself, go to your trusted professional and let them trim your ends to suit your need. Please, let us trim our ends. Number three, once you have mastered your wash day routine, you have trimmed your ends, what's next? You need to decide on the type of styles that you will be doing throughout the year. Actually, I would really advise you, if you are serious about growing your hair, what will need to be done is to look into the styles that you'll be implementing, that you will be adopting this year. What kind of styles will you be wearing? Are you going to be wearing your own hair? Are you going to be wearing wigs? Are you going to install fibers into your hair? At least for the first 3 months, for every term of the year, I would advise that you start planning, because when you want to grow your hair, you need to be serious about planning, because our lives are busy. We are doing a lot of things. So we definitely want to make sure that when it's time to do something, we do it. We definitely want to make sure that once we start our hair growth journey, we are ready. We have bought all the supplies that we need. You need to plan. We need to plan for this. We need to plan for this accordingly, because our lives are busy. We don't have time to go to the store all the time. We don't have time to do this. We don't have time to do that. So make sure to plan your hairstyles in advance. Also plan the hair products, because it goes along with the styling. Let's plan. Some of the Some of the styles that I recommend are any styles that will keep your ends locked for a good period of month, for a good period of time. A style that will keep your hair locked, that will keep your ends protected. That's what we want, because our ends are the parts that will determine whether or not our hair will show length. Because if they keep breaking, then your rate of growth will be equal to your rate of breakage. If not, even the rate of growth will be way inferior to the rate of breakage, and that is how you will never ever witness hair growth. So please, 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 let us be organized with our hair. We can go in detail with this, but this is my tip. I forgot to mention, protect your hair day and night. Day and night. Is your hair out of the elements during the day? Are you staying in the sun for like extended periods of time? We need to protect our hair. We don't want our hair to be exposed to too much wind, to too much sun, because that dries our hair. It depends on the state in which your hair will be. Maybe you're like me and you don't really add anything to your hair. You just keep your hair braided with just keep your hair braided on its own. Or you maybe wear a scarf like I do. I wear a lot of scarves because I just love scarves. Are you wearing a wig? But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is we need to protect our hair day and night. At night, please, 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 these are your best friends. You do not want to go to bed without protection. You want to go to bed with your hair protected, secured, sealed. You want that because why? Because when we are tossing and turning during the night, our hair will rub against the fabric, most probably cotton that we all use, and that causes the hair to get damaged. Your ends will be frayed, your hair will be just be in complete distress. We don't want that. We really do not want that. We want to keep our hair protected always. Satin or silk are your friends. Please, please, please. We want to keep our hands out of our hair. We want to keep our hands out of our hair, because why? The more manipulation, the more breakage. That is just very simple. Our hair thrives with it being alone. Most of the time it thrives because when you're not touching your hair, you are not susceptible to break it. That is a very simple rule, and that is what we want. We want to keep our hands out of our hair for the longest we can. I'm not saying we should go about 2 months, we should go about 3 months. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it in a very rational way. We cannot, for example, I just undid my hair now. I'm actually gonna try and redo the twist because I don't like for my hair. I don't like to lose my parts. But then I will not be manipulating this. And I never even separate my hair. I don't separate my hair. Why? Because I just don't like the mess that it creates. It creates a mess. Not a mess. Not a mess. Not a mess. We love volume, but my point is, for me, I don't like losing my parts because it's really hard to part my hair, you see. So what I would usually do is to, if I do want to wear my hair out, then I will just leave it to be until maybe by the 5th day I know that my hair is gonna get bigger, and that's usually how I achieve big hair. I don't, I don't open my hair because I just don't like it. I don't mind having skinny hair like this. For me, it means that I will recover my parts, and then yeah, that's what I want, because I don't want to waste time trying to part my hair. I don't want to waste time trying to break my hair. So basically that's what I do. But I hope you don't feel insulted if you separate your hair. No, really, that's not the point. All I'm saying is keep your hands out of your hair as much as possible. If you're somebody that likes volume, then you might want to have to you might going to have to obviously do your hair at night, loose twists or loose braids, just for you to keep your hair in place, because keeping your hair in place is important. You don't want to create single strand knots at the end of your hair, because single strand knots are some of the most detrimental weak points, and then your hair will just break. No hair growth seen. Get to know your hair. You want to get to know your hair. We have different hairs. We have different hairs. 100 people, 100 different hairs. That is just what it is. So what we want to do, is to make sure that we know what our hair tolerates. We know what our hair loves the most. We know exactly what our hair needs in order for us to avoid breakage. We know exactly what to do in order to keep our hair in the desired style or condition. That is super important. Get to know your own head of hair. It is highly important. I, for example, know that my hair, to be honest, I don't want to lie, I know, but I feel like my hair is weak. I feel like my hair is really weak. Maybe I lack a nutrient, I don't know, but I know that I need to be super delicate with my hair. That is what has helped me to retain length over time, because I'm super extremely delicate with my hair. I really take my time. That is why my wash day sometimes even take 3 days, because I do one thing at a time and then I'm tired and I just want to go to sleep. But my point is, we need to know our hair. We've got different heads of hair, and that is okay. That is completely, absolutely okay. It is fine. All we have to do is to make sure that we know what our hair tolerates, what it does not, what it needs the most in order to achieve a standard that is okay to us, that we desire to attain. That is what I'm saying. Okay. And that is it. That is it, really. For me, it would be for us to start our year on the right foot when it comes to hair growth. I would say have a robust wash day routine, trim your ends, keep your hair protected day and night. Watch your ends. I didn't mention that. Watch your ends while protective styling. Make sure that your ends are away from susceptible manipulation. Keep your hands out of your hair. The longer the better. Get to know your hair. Repeat the wash day routine when necessary. Yes, we need to wash our hair when necessary. When necessary. I, for example, know that in summer I do get a lot of skin peeling more than in winter, and that is okay. I usually wash my hair once a month in winter, but I think I go about 20 days as opposed to 30 days. I go about 20 days in summer, because after every 20 days I wash my hair, because my hair gets really dirty. Not dirty per se on the hair shaft, but more so on the scalp. So let's wash our hair when necessary. It is highly important. That is where our hair emerges from, and we want to keep that area sane and the most healthy. The healthiest. We want to keep that area at its healthiest state. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This was all Selena Didi. I hope my tips have helped you to have a better perspective on hair growth, and just keep me posted. We are going to tackle hair growth this year as well as we can, and I just can't wait for us to grow our hair together, to do all those nice treatments together. And yes, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.